pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. Muncy, a walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Me some peanuts and crackers. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. A walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I never get back.
Another payoff. Fenny got him with a slider. It's Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie mashed. It's a grand slam. They still stop it and game ender.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I...
Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. It is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner. It's over. Muncy, a walk-off home run. This is way back. Walk 'em off. Chris Taylor.
Buy me some peanuts and crackers, Jack. I don't care if I never get back.
Another payoff. Fenny got him with a slider. It's Teoscar Hernandez. Mookie mashed. It's a grand slam. They still stop it and game ender.
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers get the dub. They get the series win over the Baltimore Orioles. Lots to get into in this one. It's at Dodgers Stadium early, just got back. We're going to break this one down. We got some news on Tyler Glasnow. I talked to Dave Roberts about Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a nice update on him. Also, Freddie Freeman, he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow against the Arizona Diamondbacks. How big of a concern is that? But the Dodgers, they get a really quality win, beating this Orioles team, a tough Orioles team, by a final score of 6-3, and they just continue to win games. The Dodgers have won 8 of their last 10 games on the season, and they finished the homestand going 7-2. You look at their record among the league's best. Your Los Angeles Dodgers are the first team in Major League Baseball to 80 wins. They're at 80-54 on the season. A game up with the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League. A game up with the Phillies for best record in baseball. So, yes, there's been injuries. Yes, there's been obstacles. But this Dodgers team, they continue to win. I have some concerns, though. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But let me know first and foremost where you're representing Dodgers Nation from. Also, who's your player of the game? Who's your Dodgers dog of the game? Because this one could go a lot of different ways. How about that fourth inning? The Baltimore chop for Austin Barnes. How about Blake trying that dog that he displayed, cleaning up Daniel Hudson's little mess there? So we'll talk about that. But we got Daniel Macy saying go Tawny. We got Rob Marvin first. Daniel Berry Sports highlights. By the way, we're going to do a T-shirt giveaway for this show. You got to wait until the end, but I'm going to announce one winner for sure. Cody, I did not forget about you. What's up over there on YouTube? What's wrong with Glasnow? We'll talk about that. Good team win. That's from Rosemary Rodriguez over on YouTube. BC, go Dodgers. Hector Ramirez, love a series win. Abel Huerta, let's go Dodgers. Finally, a post-game show. Yeah, I've been at the stadium pretty much all week here. But, yeah, definitely had to come in and get you one. And we're going to be doing post-game shows all weekend long. The big series against the D-backs. And then pretty soon, starting next week at the next homestand, we'll be doing live post-game shows at the stadium, giving you guys real nuggets from Dodger Stadium. Talking to players, talking to coaches, lots of interesting stuff for your boys and blue. What up, D-Mac? What up, Jose over on YouTube? Everyone got a hit except Ohtani. Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it. You look at this Dodgers lineup, they all produced, but Shohei Ohtani goes 0 for 5 tonight. Some big swings late. I thought he was looking for that Oppo Field home run there late, but still, BC Barnes, 2 hits in the stolen base. We'll talk about his night and why it's even more significant, not just because he comes through and really was a catalyst for this Dodgers offense tonight that out-hit the Orioles 14-4, but it was with Will Smith on the bench. And Austin Barnes continues coming back today. He had the fractured toe that he suffered in St. Louis in the 3rd inning. And he comes back today. He looks good. Austin Barnes, in his role, really excelled. Goes 2 for 4, stolen base, 2 RBIs. Called a really nice game there for Bobby Miller, who we'll talk about as well. We got Think Blue 805. I'm giving Austin Barnes. He's my Dodgers dog of the game. He's definitely my Dodgers dog of the game. Who is yours? Let us know down below. Who's your Dodgers dog of the game? Let us know down below in the comments section. I think he's got to go AB. I think he got to go Austin Barnes tonight. Coming back, gets the big hits.
Dodger dog of the game.
Makes things happen. D-Mac, what a series win. Wasn't it? That's from Think Blue 805. Barnesy with the Baltimore chop. Yeah, absolutely. A little fire tail for that one. We got BC. Lux got a hit off a lefty, although he did have a 6.48 ERA. Nice to see. Yeah, absolutely great to see that. What up, D-Mac? What up, Cesar? Nice background, D-Mac. Hey, it's nighttime, man. It's a little Dodgers Nation postgame show after dark. Rosemary Rodriguez, and that's with a down rotation. I call that being relentless. Anthony House, let's go. Finally, a postgame show. We get to, and by the way, T-shirt giveaway on this show, so stay tuned. Looking for that comment of the show. So let's see who's got that comment of the show is going to win the T-shirt. Steve Caldera, D-Mac, think Glasnow will come back before the playoffs. Was at Dodger Stadium, and today that's where we'll start. We'll get into this game. We'll break this thing down in its entirety. Let me know where you're representing Dodgers Nation. But the biggest story really is Tyler Glasnow and the ups and downs of his recovery and when he's going to potentially be back. Now, the good news is Dave Roberts did tell us today that tomorrow in Arizona, Tyler Glasnow is going to resume his throwing, and you're going to see him back out there playing catch. Now, the original plan was to go from playing catch at 60 feet, then going to 90 feet, then to 120 feet. But the issue now is that it's not recovering like they had hoped. And the elbow, the way it's being treated, they're being extremely precautionary about it, but there has been a setback as far as how it's a slow process. Originally, Dave Roberts had said that he was going to face the minimum time, 15 days on the IL. Now it looks like you're going to go way past that. And I think the number one thing you have to look at tomorrow is how does Tyler Glasnow feel during that catch session? How does he feel on Saturday? How does he bounce back? Because the fact that this recovery time continues to be stalled, it definitely adds to the concern. Because make no mistake about it, they have some really nice pitchers in this rotation. But right now, and I know Gavin Stone has pitched well. I know Jack Flaherty has pitched well. Clayton Kershaw's pitched well. Walker looked good yesterday. Bobby Miller had his moments tonight. Yamamoto's on the mend too, on his way back. But Tyler Glasnow is the undisputed ace of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And for them to win the World Series, they need him back in a big way because he has the highest ceiling, the highest upside. And he's the kind of pitcher you need to make a deep run in the postseason. High 90s, upper 90s fastball. His curveball when it comes to stuff plus, when it comes to generating swing and miss, when he's really locating and just getting the break on that curveball with the depth and mixing the slider as well, Tyler Glasnow can be as dominant as any pitcher in baseball. So there's a couple ways to think of this. Well, it's encouraging. It's encouraging because Glasnow is resuming that throwing session tomorrow. He is going to be playing catch. It's discouraging in the sense that Dave was asked today by a reporter if he is going to pitch again for the remainder of the season. Will he be back on the mound for the Dodgers? And Dave Roberts' response was, I hope so. We hope so. So, sure, I mean, there's no guarantees for anything, especially when it comes to starting pitching. But to hear that you hope so is a little bit alarming. It definitely is a little bit alarming when you consider that this was something that was supposed to be a minimum. It wasn't supposed to be very serious. Now you're saying you hope so. And how many starts is he going to get before the postseason? 2? Maybe 1? Is that enough? How can he be fully built up? What does this mean for his workload? I mean, I just don't love the sound of this. Now, this could be the Dodgers being the Dodgers, and they're trying to do whatever they can to make sure he's fresh and healthy and he has enough gas in the tank to go on a deep run the postseason. And I'm hoping that's what we're seeing right here, is this is completely precautionary. And you see the innings limit, 134 innings. He's already obliterated his previous career high. But there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it that this is a concern right now. I mean, this is right at the top. Number one concern for the Dodgers right now. Dave Roberts saying they are hopeful that he's going to pitch again this season. But let me know down below in the comment section. Scale of 1 to 10, what is your concern level with Tyler Glasnow and the injury that he's dealing with? Let me know down below. D-Mac Jr., 199. Hey, you got to get to bed. You got school tomorrow, D-Mac Jr. Dad, can I win a T-shirt with your face? Working on those. Those will be dropping soon. The Dodgers dugout merch on the way. BC Edman raises his average to 242, almost MLB average at 244. Really like what I saw from Tommy Edman tonight. And Tommy Edman is still at the beginning of his season. You have to remember that. But one, he's batting in the cleanup spot. And he made the most of it. He goes 2 for 4. And you saw some really good at-bats. He reached on an infield single in the bottom of the first inning, and then he steals second. So you see how dynamic he can be. And in the bottom of the third inning, he singled to left. Really nice job there. So, yeah, then he hit a sac fly to left later in the game to tack on another run, to put another run across. And you play another run, you make it 6-3. And based on what we've seen in this game, you definitely want to maximize that. So really like what I saw from Tommy Edman, man. He's going to help this team not just this year, but for the remainder of the next season as well. He's been under team control for 2 seasons. So I have to. We get top and a lot of great stuff. And this team's winning ball games. BC says Baltimore pitchers all had 4 to 6 ERAs, though this wasn't their top arms. That's true. There's no doubt about that. You still did face their top arm yesterday, though, in Corbin Burns, and you had your way with them. J-Cam, D-Mac, if the Dodgers keep winning at this pace, should they keep giving Freddie Freeman some more time to get that finger as healthy as possible? So, J-Cam, the response to that is, well, one, Freddie Freeman likes to play. Freddie Freeman makes it very clear to this organization that for him to be at his very best, that he wants to post and get regular at-bats and continue to build a rhythm. But, yeah, he's playing with a fractured finger, and the results haven't been good. He has 3 hits since fracturing that finger against the Cardinals. He's gone 3 for 23, and his batting average has gone down a little bit, and the injury, I don't care what they say, it clearly is bothering him. It's clearly bothering him, And I think that, do you leave him out? If he comes back and he goes 0 for 8 in the first couple games and he struggles during this series, I think maybe you could make that call at that point. But the truth of the matter is, when you look at that injury, the injury is not going to fully heal if you just put him on the IL for 10 days. To heal is going to take 4 to 6 weeks. So, yeah, you can get the inflammation down, you can get the swelling down if that's an issue. But the truth is that unless you want to have him out for an extended period of time, he can't come back at 100%. So, look, tonight, the third game he's missed with the injury. Dave Roberts made it clear he's going to be in the lineup against the Diamondbacks. They're in a division race. They're in a pennant race. They're in a race for the best record in baseball. And Freddie Freeman likes to play. So would I put him on the IL? It depends. It depends. If Freddie really came to you and he struggles and it really feels like this is impacting his swing, then I think that, yeah, you definitely have to have a long and hard conversation about that. At the same time, baseball's hard, so he could just be in a slump on top of everything else. Because Freddie's tough. He can play through this injury, but if the results aren't there, right now you have Kike at first. He made some really nice defensive plays tonight. Kike has been hitting. He still continues to hit. So defensively, Kike is more than KO playing first base, but Freddie with his height, he can get to more balls. He can clearly make a better stretch on balls. So it's definitely going to lead to some base runners that you typically wouldn't have. But, hey, Kike tonight, he goes 1 for 4 with a double. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think it really just depends on how he's feeling in this series against the D-backs, because he's 3 for 23 since suffering the injury. If that 3 for 23 becomes 3 for 33 very quickly and he's looking frustrated, the injuries impact him, I think definitely you give him some extended rest as well. But like I said, if you put on the IL, I mean, what are you going to do about it? It's not like he can come back and be fully healthy. But Adam Child, what's up, my man? Watching my guy D-Mac and the Dodgers from my home here in Rome, Italy. I love that, man. I'm going to give you some love over there. Be a comment of the show. Let's go Dodgers. P.S. I need a Dodgers suit jacket to rock over here in Roma. Hey, I can give you my, I got my Dodgers suit, man. It's not Gucci, it's Blucci. I'll send you it. You can wear it to the Sistine Chapel. Or is it the 17th chapel? Or is it the 50? It's the Sistine. There we go. But I got you, my man. Jose Mareo. Today is a perfect day for the Dodgers in blue. Best record in baseball. First team to 80 wins. D-backs and fraud Rays lost. We took the series against the Orioles. Man, Dodgers truly have a cult of personality. Give you a comment of the show. You're a contender there. The vibes were strong. You could have a t-shirt coming your way. Decoy, my Dodger dog, is from Jonathan. Get a little decoy Dodger dog. We got said what's up to you at Dodger Stadium. Didn't know you were so tall and jacked. Extra well, I think I do remember you, extra MSG. Appreciate you. Gonna make me bluster, hit up the gym every now and then. God, we need Glasnow. For sure. D-Mac Jr. Dave has an interview with Barnes, my Dodgers dog of the game. I didn't get to see it. Sure, it was great. Love me some DV. Hope that tomorrow goes well for Glass. Absolutely. For sure. If you mean extend, you mean DFA. Yes. Adrian, what's up, D-Mac? Shout out from AZ. I'll be at the game Saturday. Yeah, this is a very highly anticipated series against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We got Angel Escobar, Yamamoto, Flaherty, Stone, Justin, and Knack is good enough to win it all. Let's talk about this. Yamamoto is a rookie. Flaherty is not a true one, a 2/3, has issues with the home run ball sometimes. We've seen that with the Dodgers. We haven't seen the best version of Jack Flaherty as of yet. He's been really good. I wouldn't say he's been great so far. He's been really, really good. Wouldn't say he's been great. But a 3.49 ERA with the Dodgers, 5 starts, 28 1/3 innings. It's given up 6 home runs in 5 games. Give 15 home runs in 18 games with the Detroit Tigers this season. I think it's going to be very, very solid to really good for the Dodgers. I think he's got that grit, that dog in him that we talk about. I'm very big on Jack Flaherty. I think he's the jack of all trades, the best starting pitcher trade at the deadline. But I disagree with you. Because the Dodgers have lacked that dominant starter since 2020 when you had Walker Buehler at his peak. And even then, you still kind of needed some. Kershaw really had his best World Series there. I mean, I think he would have won a World Series MVP in 2017 if it weren't for the Astros. But 2021, Julio Urias, really, really good pitcher, ran out of gas, wasn't dominant. Max Scherzer, his arm died. Walker Buehler ran out of gas as well. Jump to 2022. Clayton Kershaw, Julio Urias, your game 1 and 2 starters, not dominant. Didn't pitch great. 5 innings, 3 runs. Not bad, just not great. Gonsolin got rocked in game 3, shouldn't have been back in that game. Tyler Anderson pitched well in game 4, but not dominant. 2023, injured Kersh. Rookie Bobby Miller ran out of gas. Lance Lynn just gave up another home run. The Dodgers haven't had dominant since 2020. And the names you listed, Yamamoto, he looked dominant against the Yankees, for sure. Let's not forget he's a rookie in the show. Yes, he's played professional baseball in the MPB. Yes, no one believes in Yamamoto. I created Yamamania, so I'm going to have that festival at some point. Very, very high on him. Gavin Stone, rookie. And Landon Knack. First of all, where's Kershaw in that mix? Where's Buehler? Where's Bobby, potentially? The ceiling is higher with those 3 guys than it is with Landon Knack. So I disagree with you respectfully. I think you need Tyler Glasnow back to really give this team the best chance to win the World Series. He is the guy that they traded and extended for specifically to be that number 1 guy. And I will say, when you look at his age and his prime, this is the peak of his prime. This should be the peak of Tyler Glasnow's prime. And if they traded for him, extended him, and he can't go in the postseason, he's 31. He's 31. Just turned 31 August 23rd, right? 32 next year. I mean, that'd be bad as far as the optics of that trade. If you traded for him, extended him without even throwing a pitch with your organization, and he can't go in the postseason. I'd venture to say that that's borderline catastrophic. He signed that 5-year, $136+ million extension. Wasn't for August. Wasn't for September. It was for October. So better find a way to get him back, or this team's World Series chances take a major hit. Can they still win it? Yes, they can. But to give themselves the best chance, you need that horse that can dominate and overpower hitters in the postseason. Yes, this offense supplements that, but guess what? You're going to be facing good pitching too. And as good as your offense is, you're not going to score 8 runs every game. Just not how this works. You need starting pitching. We got here's your concern level. We got the Flacco, Jason Diamond. This is what happens when you go after pitchers who have had elbow surgery. Same story every year. Julian, I hope so. I agree. That doesn't look good. That's a 9. Jonah Boss, if Gonsolin is healthy enough to come back, would you want him in the pen starting or not at all? Jonas, I mean, first of all, as far as build-up time, you have to either have him start as an opener or use him in short burst situations, a piggyback situation, or out of the bullpen. Tony Gonsolin, don't want to bring up his postseason ERA, but he has not had a lot of success in the postseason, has had a lot of success this year because he hasn't pitched at all. And I think for me, I mean, you got this bullpen. If Brusdar Graterol is going to come back, and I mean, if Walker Buehler is going to pitch like this, why would Tony Gonsolin get an opportunity over Walker Buehler, right? I mean, and Walker Buehler could easily be on the outside looking in. In fact, right now, the way it stands, I think there's a pretty good chance that's the case, unless he gives you some better starts and really convinces them to include him on this roster. Because Buehler is someone that in the postseason, hey, remember, his postseason ERA this year is going to be 0.00 if he gets the ball at any point. And that matters to certain players. It's definitely a fresh new start. So, yeah, Tony Gonsolin, that to me, he's only an option if you need the depth, and a pretty significant amount of guys get injured in the next month. So I would say it's pretty low for me. Jose, today is a perfect day. We got 3. This is from Matthew. 0. This is by design. Dodgers don't miss ever. That's from Matthew. I hope you're right. And I did hear originally that this was something that that was more precautionary than anything. We got Jonah Bass says 7. Ray Soto 8 for Glasnow. Uncharted waters for innings pitched. Absolutely. Glasnow is done. That's from Jason Diamond. Hi. Says, I never thought I would be a day where I'd prefer Austin Barnes at the plate rather than Will Smith. Yeah. I mean, right now, you can definitely probably make that case for sure. Kelly O'Shea says, you say you speak to Dave Roberts, so you tell us, is he bluffing on Tyler? Tyler says he feels good according to what I read. Kelly O'Shea, I personally think that this shouldn't be a concern. I think at the end of the day, he gets the ball for the Dodgers in game 1, because here's the question. Here's the thing. If there's something seriously wrong here, what are we talking about? Surgery? Missing the entire season? Letting inflammation, tendonitis go down? Right? I mean, if he can't come back, that's borderline catastrophic. So I definitely think that this is more strategic than anything else and precautionary than anything else, because they are looking to protect their investment. I guarantee the Dodgers are thinking like I'm thinking, and that they need this guy specifically for this year. Remember, next season, look at the rotation. Shohei Ohtani's coming back. Yamamoto hopefully stays healthy. He's back. Roki Sasaki, in a perfect world, is wearing Dodger blue. You still have Gavin Stone building off a great rookie season. Clayton Kershaw picking up his contract to hopefully come back and get strikeout number 3,000 and collect his World Series ring. Bobby Miller, Landon Knack, Tony Gonsolin, Jack Flaherty, who knows? Walker Buehler, who knows? Does Walker Buehler sign a team-friendly deal? They're not going to offer him the QO, but what about Jack Flaherty? If he pitches well in the postseason, he loves L.A. This is his hometown. I mean, do I think that's likely? I don't. But they do have some options when it comes to starting pitching. So you lose one of those guys. I mean, Tyler Glasnow, he's got to be your ace, man. And that's why this year is so important, because they need him this year. Next year, they could be better equipped to kind of absorb this. But this year, Tyler Glasnow, at the peak of his powers, in his absolute prime, you gave him $136 million for this season, primarily in my eyes. Next season, you want more of the same. You want dominance. The year after that, you do as well. But I think you want, with Yamamoto, he's 25, right? 12-year contract. Ohtani come back from TJ. So Glasnow, he's the horse this year, man. Don't be. I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked if that happened. But Roy Star at DMAC, they are letting Glasnow rest and playing up the injury, so MLB does not investigate. He will be back right after Yamamoto. Yeah, Roy, I mean, I tend to agree with you, and I'm not fear-mongering, because that's what I told you guys at the beginning of all this. That's what I heard at the beginning of all this as well. It's just interesting word choice by Dave Roberts to say he hopes he can come back. That just kind of makes it seem like it's up in the air. There's less certainty about it. And look, at this stage of the season, you're deep enough into the season. Tyler Glasnow's injury history and how many innings he's pitched, I think it'd be tough for Major League Baseball to find anything or any reason why the Dodgers would be phantom ILing him, even if they wanted to go that route. So I don't think that would happen. But Roger Howard, we saw tonight why Mookie needs to bat leadoff, not Ohtani. I'll talk about that in a second here for sure. We got hard to grip a bat. Why force him back right away? That's from BC. Well, I'll tell you why. Because Freddie wants to play. They think that he can work through this. As long as he can't make it worse, as long as he can't exacerbate the injury, and it's going to heal naturally while he plays, as long as he's not hurting himself and the team, I think it's fine. I think it'd be nice to see him have some early success against the Diamondbacks, maybe a double early, maybe leave the yard early, just so he can have that big Freddie smile. I mean, I think there's a lot of things going on. I mean, Jason Hayward's on the Astros. I'm sure he wasn't thrilled about that, dealing with an injury. Still has the stress of Maximus, who was dealing with his health issue. So it's been a very tumultuous last couple of months for Freddie Freeman. So, yeah, he's tough-minded, and he's going to be just fine. But I do think that we're going to be paying very, very close attention this weekend to his results and how productive he can be. We got to Freddie needs to just rub some dirt on that finger and just play through from Jason Diamond. We got stepbrother bruh from Cesar. You a little bruh. You want a little bruh action for sure. Blake Trina was nastier than Miguel Vargas, Andy Paz, and Max Muncy playing defense at the same time. J Kid 323. Fire take right there. David Herrera, D-Mac. Do you think Dalton Rushing starting at catcher tonight has something to do with Smith struggling? Well, first let me say tomorrow morning, since the OKC team, they're in Round Rock, they're on Central Time, Dalton Rushing is going to be jumping on my show tomorrow, Dodgers Dugout Live. Got an exclusive with Dalton Rushing. Join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific. He'll be on the show. And do I think that's because of Will Smith? 100% no. Absolutely not. I think this has more to do with the fact that you have the September call-ups. He's been playing left field the whole entire time. Maybe for the remainder of the season, you want to get him more opportunities at the position he's ultimately going to be playing for the remainder of this year and at the minor leagues. I do think that next season, he's absolutely raking. And from what I've heard, people down there, they say he could be the next homegrown star talent that comes up and has a lot of success and is a foundational player for this organization for years to come. And it's not just what he can do at the plate with the stick. I mean, think very Max Muncy-like. Sees a lot of pitches. He's got a great eye, got a great approach, and he's got power too and a sweet swing. And he's productive consistently. And I think when you look at the outfield picture next season, Teoscar Hernandez has put himself in a great position to go out there and sign a really nice multi-year contract with another team. Will the Dodgers look to find a way to get a deal done? There's a chance they do. We'll see how he performs in the postseason. If he proves to be that glue guy that comes up with big hits, and it looks like this team needs him, and they win the World Series, and Shohei Ohtani says, hey, I deferred 97% of my contract. Let's pay Teoscar Hernandez. There's a chance that could happen. But if it doesn't, look at next season. Mookie Betts and right. And I think Dalton Rushing could take on one of those corner outfield spots because you need to hit on some of these homegrown talents to have a sustainable championship window. So I don't think it has anything to do with that, though, as far as Will Smith. Will Smith's going to be fine. I think he needs some rest. I think he needs to reset a little bit. The bat speed for Will Smith this season, the swings. I mean, it's pretty simple with Will Smith. If you look at early in the season when he just got off to a fantastic start, he's coming off that 10-year, $140 million extension. The big difference with that was he was just punishing mistakes and hitting pitches that he typically hits. He's been missing pitches that we've seen him do damage on for years. And the bat speed has really dropped. I mean, his bat speed, 67.8, it's in the 5th percentile. It's a 5th percentile. Expected batting average of 27th percentile. So he definitely needs to get back. But I still have faith that Will Smith is going to be just fine. I just think that, look, playing catcher is difficult. He's been behind the dish the entire season. Be nice if you had some flexibility where you could play some DH, but you don't have that. Of course, you have the best DH of all DHs in Shohei Ohtani, so he's a little worn down. I mean, if you guys want to do the thing where, I mean, just go look on Twitter, look on X. Everyone likes to be hot takey, post stats when a player's struggling, right? And this player is this for this many days, right? Look, Gavin Lux turned his season around, and he's been one of the best stories in baseball this season. Chris Taylor looked good tonight. Walker Buehler looked better yesterday. Bobby Mills looked better lately. These guys are really talented players. It's just a very long season. There's ebbs and flows. Players play through injuries, and baseball is really hard, okay? So you're going to struggle throughout the course of a season. Shohei went over 5 tonight, right? So I do think that for Will Smith, though, it's been long enough where he's basically a 200 hitter last 3+ months of the season that you have to consider, is he close to being 100% physically? Because last year we learned that he was dealing with the rib. Last year we learned that he was dealing with some concussion stuff. Got hit in the head with the bat a couple of times. So I'm sure there's a combination of things, but he'll benefit from some days off and just retooling a little bit for sure. But rushing or Pages, Craig, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to ask them, when I get a chance to next, if they were considering Dalton rushing, because there's still a way that Dalton rushing can help this team, and you could find a way to put him on that postseason roster. So we'll see what happens. I definitely think, given a circumstance, whether a guy gets injured or a guy struggles, there's no reason why. Because look, Gavin Lux went crazy towards the end of the season 2019. They called him up, made the postseason roster, hit a home run. So to say that it's not something they're not considering, I don't think is realistic. I think they're considering all their options, and I certainly think that Dalton rushing, there is a world where he's a part of this postseason roster. I certainly do think that. He's that talented of a hitter. But remember, these pitchers, you can't adjust to him, right? In the postseason. He'll be an unknown. BC Glasnow, Yamamoto are the keys. G-Rob, D-Mac, Dodgers should sign Max Fried next year. G-Rob, it's a nice thought. I'm not against it. Love me some Max Fried. Be nice to have a lefty in this rotation. Harvard Westlake kid, grew up in Santa Monica, loves L.A., Sandy Koufax inspiration to him. Seems like a great fit, not gonna lie, but I've heard some stuff, and they got to address shortstop, really, when you think about it. I mean, Edman can be your everyday shortstop as a backup, full-time guy, but I mean, if he's just playing shortstop, you lose his position versatility, and who plays in center field? Because I think he's got to be your center fielder next season, as it stands right now. Albin's not going to be that guy unless he significantly improves at the plate. Pages has proven not to be that guy, but I think Pages, rushing, I mean, those are guys that either you play them in the outfield or you find another spot for them, or you can probably flip them for some assets for a win now piece. But when it comes to the shortstop position, I mean, if you're choosing to pay Willy Adames or Teoscar Hernandez, I think Willy Adames, when you look at what he can do offensively, pair that with playing a premium position, I mean, it's a tough decision, but they'd have to address that position. Miguel Rojas, it's tough to imagine him playing that for an entire season. Now, you could theoretically give Gavin Lux another opportunity. I did speak with Andrew Friedman in Korea, and one thing he told me is at the end of the year, they'll revisit that. And I think the confidence that Gavin Lux has and kind of what he's built, the defense has been so good at second for most of the season. Had some lapses in the last couple of weeks, but still, it's been really, really good. The offense has really come on of late in the second half of the season, thanks to Uncle Augie, and he's proven that he can hit consistently. I mean, tonight, Gavin Lux does it again, and we'll talk about the game a little more, but I do certainly think that if he goes back to short, you give him another opportunity. Mookie at second, then maybe Pages in right, rushing in left, Edman in center. You got two young outfielders, young corner outfielders. If they don't work out, that's a position that you can add to during the season. You could trade for someone if you needed to. So, all right, so let's talk about the game really quick. D-Mac trying to stay positive, but you're ruining the vibe. Who's ruining the vibe? Everyone's opinions are irrelevant. Royce Sakine, $10. Appreciate you. Give you a little love right there. A little you win action for the Teoscar Fund. Go to the Teoscar Fund for sure. Don't care when it love the Cooper interview earlier. Guggenheim needs to save the Lakers from Genie and Pelinka. If you guys saw, so just a little backstory there. Someone we know, friends with Michael Cooper, and he's a fan of the Dodgers, fan of the show, and was at Dodger Stadium, wanted to be on the show. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to say no to interview with Michael Cooper. I thought he was hilarious. He was calling Shohei Ohtani, Shawnee Ohtani. He called Aaron Judge, Aaron Justice. It was hilarious, man. His walk-up song, he said, was going to be Drop It Like It's Hot from Snoop Dogg. I got a big kick out of the guy. And look, the bottom line is he loves the Dodgers. What up, Diane Schroeder? How you been? Haven't seen you much lately, but how have you been? Alex in the chat. We got Janet, Dr. Rockwan Cho on Wilshire Boulevard. Okay, we got a plug for an acupuncturist talking about Freddie's finger and Tyler's elbow. What's the bomb tortoise spot in AZ Mac? I'll have to get back to you. I'm pretty sure there's some bomb ones though. Ask my man Noel Sanchez. He'll definitely figure that out. We got J Kids 323. Rich Hill looked like a grandpa pitching study. How about Rich Hill? How about Dick Mound going out there at 44, his 20th season in the show? I really like seeing that. But okay, so let's quickly recap this game, guys. keep dropping those comments down below. I know we have a lot to get into on this one. So, yeah, I mean, I had to kind of hit that stuff at the top. Give me your thoughts on Tyler Glasnow. You know, the beautiful thing is the Dodgers have only lost one series in August. They really, I mean, just one. They not only they imagine if last week I told you the Dodgers are going to win back-to-back games against the Baltimore Orioles with Walker Buehler and Bobby Miller on the mound. You would have said, wait a minute, man. Past that, that's some good stuff. No. They went out and they did that. The team finds ways to win games, and I think you got a really, really important series coming up. But let's take a look at this game really quick, guys. Keep firing away down below in the comment section. I'm going to get to your chat. Still going to give away that T-shirt later in the show. But bottom of the first inning, Dodgers had an opportunity. You got Povich on the mound. Mookie Betts gets a one-out single. Teoscar Hernandez, he grounded to second. Betts advanced to second there. Then Edman reached on an infield single to the catcher. Edman steals second. The Dodgers runners on the corners. Miguel Rojas at the plate. And on the 2-2, he grounds to short. And the Dodgers come up empty. Then top of the second inning, 1-2-3 for Bobby Miller. Really nice job there. And then bottom of the second for the Dodgers, they get the scoring going after a Kike Hernandez leadoff double to left. Great piece of two-strike hitting. Got a curveball down the zone. Just gets a really, really nice at-bat that rips it to left. And then how about this? Christopher Armand Taylor Jr. the fourth. Chris Taylor on a full count, 3-2. He gets a 91-mile-per-hour fastball in the inner half. He singles to left to score Kike to put the Dodgers up 1-0 early. And a couple batters later, Lux, he comes up and he grounds into an fielder's choice to short, and the Dodgers have runner on first. And then Barnes strikes out swinging. Then Ohtani struck out looking on a sinker on the outer half. And then top of the third inning, Bobby Miller was battling. He issues a leadoff walk to Cedric Mullins. Just was missing arm side with that four-seam fastball, missing high with the four-seam fastball, missing down in the zone with the changeup. So temporarily lost command. Then he gets Arias to ground to short for the first out. Strikes out Holiday with a really nice changeup down the zone. Walks Kowser. Misses with a curveball, but then gets Rutschman to fly out to right. So a couple walks that inning, but Guns goes unscathed. They didn't do any damage on him. And then bottom of the third, another opportunity for the Dodgers. They can't capitalize. Teoscar Hernandez, he reaches on an infield single to third. That's followed by a Tommy Edman single to left. So the Dodgers get back-to-back one-out hits. And then with runners on first and second, Rojas popped to second. Then Kike, he struck out looking. Quality at bat, 10-pitch at bat, but still he strikes out looking. Four-seam fastball down in the zone. Then a 1-2-3 fourth for Bobby Miller. Santander got a one-out single. But very next batter, O'Hearn, he gets him to ground into a double play to end the inning. Then the bottom of the fourth really is the story of the game for the Dodgers offense. Chris Taylor gets an infield single, second hit of the game. Nice piece of hitting, got a four-seam fastball, middle, didn't try to do too much, pokes it into right. Really nice piece of hitting. And then how about this? Gavin Lux at the plate against a lefty ground rule double. Lux has struggled against lefties all season long. Very encouraging sight to see. That sets the Dodgers up with runners on second and third. And Austin 316 Barnes at the plate. 1-0 count. And how about the Baltimore chop against the Baltimore Orioles?
Barnes with a big bounce over the joint infield. Austin Barnes living right. One run is in, make it two, throws late. Chugging into second on that broken toe.
So my favorite thing about that was the mini on the knees thing that Austin Barnes has. But that put the Dodgers up 3-0. Very next batter, Shohei Ohtani with the runner on second. He flies to center. That brings up Mookie Betts with Barnes at second. Betts singles to right. That scores Barnes. Dodgers go up 4-0 early. Very next batter, Teoscar Hernandez. He draws a 5-pitch walk. That was it for Povich. Smith comes in to face Edman. He lines to right. And then Miguel Rojas, great at bat, 2-2 count. He takes a sweeper on the outside corner, he singles to right. That scored Betts to give the Dodgers another run to make it 5-0 L.A. Then Teoscar Hernandez, he's thrown out at home. But the Dodgers get 4 runs on 5 hits in that 4th inning, and they give Bobby Miller a really, really nice lead. And you're saying, okay, just don't blow it. Don't have a blow-up inning. Don't have a meltdown inning. And he came close to it, but he found a way to get out of it. So top of the 5th inning, he hits Eloy Jimenez, with a 94-mile-per-hour sinker, just missed pitch right there. So they get the leadoff runner on. And then Mullins, he grounded to a fielder's choice at second. They get Jimenez out. They get the lead runner. That brings up Urias. He walks Urias. They get runners on first and second for Holiday. And Holiday, he grounded to a fielder's choice to first. Urias, they get the lead runner at second. And that sets up Cowser with runners on the corners. And the problem here is he falls behind the count 3-0. 4th pitch, really nice location on that 4-seam fastball. But the 5th pitch, he leaves the fastball 97 miles per hour, middle, and Cowser didn't miss. It's at 397 feet. And the Orioles get a 3-run shot to cut the Dodgers lead to 2 at 5-3. He comes back to get Rutschman to fly out. So a couple ways you can look at this outing for Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller goes 5 innings, allows 3 earned runs on just 2 hits, had 3 strikeouts. The strikeout numbers weren't like we saw in his start against the Rays last Friday, where he had 9 strikeouts and 18 swings and misses. The swing and miss for Bobby Miller tonight, it was down. He had 9 swings and misses, none via that 4-seam fastball, which when you look at the gas he can hit, it definitely is a little perplexing. His changeup really was his best pitch as far as swing and miss tonight. And you look at that team, I mean, they end up with 4 hits tonight, and Cowser, that 1 hit just really, really damaged him and ends up as a 3-run shot. So got a little bit of a mini meltdown there, right there, and he was very demonstrative with how upset he was. He yelled, he yelled some extremities into his glove. So I mean, he definitely wasn't happy with that missed pitch right there. But still, it's the hit batters, it's the walk. So wasn't as crisp, but still, it's a very potent lineup. A lot of lefties in that lineup. So still, I think there's something to build on with Bobby. I think if you look at his entire start as a whole, you have to feel good about the fact that he's at the very least serviceable, but at his best right now, he can be an asset. I mean, last 2 starts, I mean, the one against the Rays, his best start since his first start of the season against the Cardinals, but this start, big challenge. At the very least, it's something to build on. It's not like he got chased in the 2nd or 3rd inning and gave up 8 runs. I mean, made 1 really bad pitch. They took advantage, and they were desperate to try to get a series win. So you look at the 6th inning, and 6th inning action. Anthony Bonda, I love the Bonda Express. I'm telling you, Anthony Bonda, he's 3rd on my trust tree. You saw it a couple days ago. Did give up a 1-out single to Santander, but he got out of it. I mean, a couple batters later, he struck out Jimenez swinging on that nasty slider, just kind of backs hitters up, backs foots it. So really nice work by Anthony Bonda, as we've come to expect from him. Another big story, another big takeaway from this game that you need to know about, Daniel Hudson. So Daniel Hudson, first time pitching in 9 days. Strikeout numbers have been down. The ERA's been up. And he comes in the 7th in a 5-3 game. He gets Mullins to pop to second. First pitch, 1 pitch, 1 out. Then he gets Urias to fly to right. Second pitch. So 2 pitches, 2 outs. Oh, man. Quick, easy, efficient for Daniel Hudson, right? And then next batter, 2-1 count. Holiday, he singles to center. The command there, 4-seam fastball, middle. Holiday, he gets the single. Then he walks Cowser, and that puts runners on first and second with Adley Rutschman at the plate. He gets ahead on the count, 0-1, and then he loses him. He ends up walking him on 6 pitches to load the bases. Dave Roberts, give him credit for this pull. He comes out to take the baseball, brings in Blake Trinan. Blake Trinan to face Henderson. He falls behind the count 2-0, then gets the next 2 strikes, fouls a couple off, and on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, gets the big punch out of the night.
Another 2-2 from Trinan to Henderson. He struck him out! Blake.
USA, USA. How about Blake Trinan? I mean, hey, that's what you want from him. That was a great job. I mean, that cutter just backs hitters up. Just filthy, nasty, nastier than a porta potty at a music festival. I mean, just unbelievable stuff. Then, bottom of the 7th inning, Dodgers, they got a 1-out double from Miguel Rojas. Couldn't capitalize. A couple batters later, Chris Taylor walked. You had runners on first and second, and Luxy struck out swinging. Top of the 8th, Blake Trinan comes back out there. So an up-down from Blake. He goes 1, 2, and 3. Struck out Santander looking on a four-seam fastball. Got O'Hearn looking at a sinker, challenging hitters. He got Jimenez a ground out. Then bottom of the 8th inning, the Dodgers tack on another run after a leadoff single by Austin Barnes. Ohtani fly to left. AB steals second. Then Mookie Betts, he draws a walk. Dodgers with runners on first and second. They're cooking. Teoscar, he walks on 4 pitches to load the bases. Who's akin to really not the best pitcher in the world, but Tommy Edman, he hits a sac fly, tackling another run. Dodgers up 6-3. Then top of the 9th, more of the same from Evan Phillips. Evan Phillips has found it again, and he's quickly got right back where he was to start the season as far as his place on the trust tree. I think you got Michael Kopech, Anthony Banda, Evan Phillips, and now Blake Trinan, top 4 on that trust tree. Ryan Brazier, he's hovering around that too. But he comes in, he hits Mullins with a pitch to start things off, but then he strikes out Urias with a nasty sweeper. And I think it all sets up. First pitch to Urias, well-located four-seam fastball. That sets everything up for him. And then he gets Holiday to fly to center. And then he struck out Kowser to end the game. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Just a dotted 97-mile-per-hour fastball in the inside corner. So Dodgers get the dub. Couple more comments from you guys, and let's find that comment of the show right now. D-Mac talking about prospects for parades. How about, hey, parades over, I like that. Parades over prospect. Rosemary, that's from Jonah Bias. Rosemary Rodriguez, also Will Smith is a literal monster behind the plate, and he's getting runners on out. He'll figure it out. Yeah, look, we got to give patience to Will Smith. I mean, he's 10 years, $140 million. He better figure it out. And, yeah, I mean, the truth of the matter is the second half slump is something that he needs to overcome. And I'm not here to tell you that there's not something wrong with Will Smith, because certainly this is an extended, almost season-long slump. So it is a major concern, but hopefully he finds it at the right time and he plays his best ball and he's his best at the plate for the remainder of the season. But I definitely think Austin Barnes being able to hold it down, give him some rest, it's only going to help him for sure. We got Think Blue 805 D-Mac. Do you think Shohei will get an active rest day? If so, who would you bat in that spot? He's not going to get a lot of rest days, I can tell you that much. Unless they have this division locked up. Until then, he's not going to get a rest day. This guy's a man on a mission to get 50-50 to help this team. I asked Shohei Ohtani about getting 50 home runs and stealing 50 bases, and he told me, yeah, I want to get 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases, because if I do that, it means that I'm helping the team win. So it's not going to be very many days off. But, I mean, there is a world where, I mean, Muncy and who knows what you could do with Chris Taylor and Kike. I mean, you have some options, right? I mean, Will Smith, if you want to just have him work out his bat and not behind the dish, there's an option there too, but they're going to be very few and far between. I mean, Shohei's another guy that loves to play. Tommy Pham, we'll talk about him tomorrow. We'll talk about him. Yo, D-Mac, what up, the speculator? Let's look for that comment that says Shoddy Ohtani from Juice Narrows. Aaron Justice from Orlando. Coop has a vidcast pretty good. I'll start watching it, man. I like that guy. He's the man. We got, I was in Cabo, D-Mac. What's up, Diane Schroeder? Hey, I hope we'll not be in Cancun for sure. Absolutely. But what time is it? 11:49? Oh, my goodness, guys. Couple more. So we got a super chat. Roy Sakine, $5. Hello. I was at the game last night and I came back late. Can I get a break and get the jersey? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, but we'll give you. We got another big giveaway coming up soon, guys. $19.99 from Roy Estrada. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, Roy Estrada. Thank you so much. How long does it take to fix a broken heart? I'm not really sure. D-Mag, I'm just gonna watch the highlights. Awesome. Okay, couple more here. Kelly Oshira. Let's say Hope Lux doesn't keep playing every other game. Hi, D-Mag. What's up, NS? We got CT3 is heating up. I think Deco Pen should try to get a deal with Topps, and they should do cards with him for sure. Go Tawny, Digo Pin, Austin Barnes, Fire, Alex. Damn, this is a really late night episode. Thank you, D-Mac. We got Alex. We got appreciate you guys. Hey, man, all baseball all the time, all Dodgers 24/7, 365 for sure. Let's see what else we got. Looking for that comment of the show. When is the Blake Trinan bobblehead night? There's going to be an Evan Phillips one in September for sure. Dodgers will sweep the D-bags from Joe Mama. Every Dodgers pitcher has a sub-3 ERA. That's from BC. Let's see. Here's from Jeremy H. Assuming Christian Walker won't be back for the series, the Dodgers should have a good chance against the D-backs. I like that one. Christian Walker, Dodgers killers. Okay, Jeremy H. Email contribute@dodgersnation.com to collect your T-shirt. But thanks again, as always, joining us here on the #1 Dodgers post-game show on YouTube. Dodgers Nation is the place to be for the rest of the season, all postseason long. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram @DMAC_LA. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue.